All right, what is going on? Welcome to the Oh No Not Nino show. Starring this week, we have Cambo, up and coming rapper, producer in the DMV area. We just had his brother not that long ago, Benbo, older brother. Really cool guy. Shout out to Benbo, Benboh. Go check him out on the other Oh No Not Nino podcast that we did. Anyway, glad to have you here. We wanted to get you on because we had your brother on last time. And so, welcome to the Oh No Not Nino show, Cambo.
Appreciate it, brother. Good to be here.
You got it, man. So, we want to talk a little bit about you. So, you just dropped Before I Wake, which is available on all platforms, correct?
Correct. Yeah, the audio is on all platforms. Me and Willie shot the video actually 2 weeks ago. I don't know if anyone remembers when it was like absolutely freezing and like it was like below 20, I think, with the wind chill. But we went out there, filmed it like 6:45 in the morning, got it done, and then like put it down like a week, and I was happy with it. I recorded that song so I just got a new setup in my basement actually. I got the Apollo Twin X, a nice new mic, so that's like definitely a big.
That's a nice mic.
Yeah, or so that actually the Apollo Twin is an interface, and then I got a new mic, and it's a I forget the brand, but it's a good, definitely a bump up from what I had before. So I'm happy about that, and this was one of the first songs I had recorded on it, and I was happy with it. I recorded it, mixed it, and then got it mastered by somebody. So. And then we did the video, so it was really good to, we've been talking about in-house production, so it was good to, get it all done from start to finish and put it out, and I was happy with the product. So.
Wow,
Yeah.
man. So Before I Wake, tell us, what is that all about? What kind of inspired you to write that? Like, what's that all about?
Right, so the beat, the first time I heard the beat, I immediately, so the hook, it's before I wake, it's if I die, before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take, and that's a prayer. And as soon as I heard the beat, I like thought about that, and so, the hook kind of came to me immediately, and then the verses, just kind of wrote them out, and it actually all came together in about like 2 days. I like wrote the hook, or I laid down the hook and then wrote the verse, and then I'd come back to it the next day and wrote like, the remaining fills and ad libs, and it kind of all came together. So I just kind of felt it out, and I was happy with it. And
I like it, man, because it's like it's dark, but at the same time it's spiritual.
Right,
You got that
yeah.
spiritual element to it. It's like, you know what, I'm doing what I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever happens, I'm just trying my best out here and all that. That's kind of what I got from it.
Absolutely, no, yeah.
I like that, man.
I appreciate it.
Very
yeah.
cool.
It was definitely a song I felt that I thought people would appreciate. Anyone who's like heard that prayer before or just felt a certain way about anything,
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Definitely,
a
especially
good
when
one.
you're stressed out.
Yeah.
You're a little anxious or something, you know what I mean? That's definitely something to keep in mind.
Yeah, it's always good to hear some melodies and whatnot, make you ease the whatever you're feeling. So
Why do you make music?
that right there.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since I was young, obviously, everyone likes different types of music. It doesn't really matter though, because any type makes you feel happy. It can make you feel sad, but it makes you feel a type of way, which I think is powerful, and it really helps you, get through life in different situations. Whether you're happy, it'll give you that, party vibe that people are looking for. It'll make everyone feel good. If you're sad, it'll give you that kind of motivation to keep going. Or, some people like actually feeling sad. So it's, some music is like dark, and I think that's great too. So, so just the ability to make people feel a certain way, catch a vibe, just real emotion, just such a human act, And I think music can be felt kind of by anyone. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, music is you're capturing that. Whatever those feelings are in that moment, writing music, you kind of take that and turn it into something.
And yeah,
sure.
and then once you lay it on the track, it's there for a lifetime.
It's forever, man.
As far as we have audio,
Even if like you said, even if the Lord takes our soul, it's out there.
it's out there, yeah. And,
your legacy is there forever, man.
yeah, no, that's definitely something I thought about. Even songs like that, and R.I.P. Juice World. That was a few days around that time, so it was definitely just powerful to think about that song, think about certain things in my career that I could do, and people like that who like inspired me,
Yeah.
inspired different people. So yeah, it was a good one, and I was shout out Willie D and Suspect.
Willie D, Suspect 301, the video Before I Wake by CamBoh. Suspect 301 filmed it, did all the videography.
Check it out.
Okay, man. So who'd you listen to growing up? You know, who are some of your influences, would you say?
I have a lot of influences, and I loved all different types of music. I love dancing, I love opera.
You a dancer?
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a dancer, but I will break a move, and I hope to be a dancer one day. You know, but as of right now, definitely still on the amateur side.
Music producer. He does a little bit of dancing on the side. But,
Yeah, I'm trying to do it all, but so growing up, like I said, all types of music. I mean, over the past 10 years, obviously Drake has been a huge influence. I've
Yes.
loved his music.
Wonderful.
Lil
music.
Wayne, you know, both. I think they're so powerful as a duo because, for one, Drake, you know, respected. I watched his Rap Radar interview the other day, and he, you know, just said so much respect for Lil Wayne, and I think that's awesome because they were so different, but you know, he was just like he knew he was raw. He knew he had the talent, and like he saw like Wayne. He was telling how Wayne just like stood up for him one time when he said he wanted 40 in the stew with him. So it's just like cool to see like how that realness kind of stuck it out, and it kind of showed, and that can be a real thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
As much as people think like whatever Drake is, like he puts in the work, and like you know, same with Lil Wayne, and it shows. So I definitely respected them on the rap side. As far as you know, many people these days are awesome, but I would say as far as other music, John Mayer is a huge inspiration for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I never would have guessed.
Yes.
Hearing your music, hearing before
Right.
music and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I never would think John Mayer.
So John Mayer is the goat. John Mayer, if you see this, you're the goat, bro.
He's the GOAT, but you know he is good.
He's good.
He's
no.
very good.
So one thing he's amazing at is songwriting, and like that's just the most powerful thing. You know, you can read. Obviously, poetry is a little different once you hear it, but the power of word, and like once someone hears it themselves and can take it back and think about the words and hear it over and over. I think John Mayer is just like amazing at that. Like all his songs are great. He's a good songwriter, can play the guitar, sing while he plays guitar. So, you know, it's people like that. I respect Grizz. Grizz is a EDM type person. He plays a saxophone. He's a really good artist, and
You
just
just appreciate artists.
exactly
All
yeah.
kinds of art.
If you can go into a stew and hear one melody that the boy right next to you made and just be like, wait, hold on, let me hit the beat pad real quick, and then the next dude does something, then you're like, okay, I like that, or and then you can build off that. I think that's powerful, and it's really a driving force that will make music continue to like get better, in the future. And
One thing I like about you is I can sense that you're a true artist.
mm-hmm. I mean,
I can sense that you're. Have you always been creative like that, or?
definitely, yeah. So I mean, Willie, it's funny. Me and Willie met. We went to the same private school, elementary, middle school, St. Peter's, right in Olney. But we had done. So we had known each
I
other
went to
throughout the
CCD
years.
there.
You did.
Yeah, like
Let's
the
go.
after school,
Right. Yeah.
religious
No, I
education,
remember. Yeah. That's good stuff.
But that's where you kind of met Willie, and you knew you were creative back then, even as a kid.
So yeah, I mean, we definitely did. My family was open to. We would do different camps that involve creativity. We'd always watch American Idol and just like sing. Just like mess around, do stuff like that. Obviously,
I love American Idol.
right?
Especially back then, man. Back then,
yeah,
it was
no,
good.
with Simon Cowell and
That's when the show was popping back then.
right when he was really good. But yeah, no. So I've always been creative in my family, stuff like that. But I was gonna say I met Willie really at St. Peter's when we did the play in 7th and 8th grade, or it was his 8th grade and it was my 7th grade year. We did the Beauty and the Beast play, and he.
Oh, he told me about that.
Yeah, right. So he was Gaston and I was Lumiere in the play. So we got a lot of time to spend together and like going over lines and doing the whole, in 7th. How old were we then? 12, 13?
Yeah. Young kids though.
It is impressive to see like how much work we actually put in, like how much they required you to dedicate the time. It's kind of insane, but it worked out. We had a good show, but I just got to spend a lot of time with Willie, so we became good buddies. And then actually in high school, we met back up. So you talked about College Spark a little. So once he had dropped that, we kind of like, I remember I heard that, and I think I saw something on social media, Instagram post or something. I hit him up. I was like, oh, you're making music, and we just kind of from there, it's like, oh, let's link up, let's make some music, and from there we kind of just started recording. And over the summer, we had a span where we recorded probably like a song a day for like 3 months straight. And
Damn.
yeah, and
That's
then
a lot of music.
right, and those are in the archives. We actually have a hard drive right now. We're trying to figure out because it is not working right now because it was improperly taken out.
Oh man,
We're gonna fix that. But that's got a nice archive. That's the lost files. But obviously that was just a lot of work that we had putting in, which showed. It was good to see, just like, the work ethic, which is what you need to get better at anything, of course. But
For sure.
it was that span of working together and just like seeing that we really wanted to make good music and music that like we cared about, and like went back was like, yeah, we worked hard, and like this came out, like this was nice, even just like hearing it, fresh ears. It's always nice to be like, yeah, this was a good one, and I'm proud of it. So from that moment, we've really just been working together. In the basement, in Albany, Maryland, just grinding it out, trying to make good music, trying to create content, trying to understand the game, study how to make it and how to really like make music and make content that could help people and, be good, get quality views and get quality fans.
Well, you're definitely passionate about it. That's I think that's clear.
Yeah, for sure. At this point, it's just like the work, like I said, I really like we do care about it, so it's like it definitely like shows and everything, and I hope that'll be like a driving force behind our work, like for it all.
How would you describe your music, like genre wise?
I'm still trying to figure it out myself.
And you don't have to.
Yeah,
If
right,
you
yeah.
have a description, great. But if you don't, fine. Who cares?
Especially in this day
You
and
can
age,
make whatever the hell
right?
you want.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want, man.
Yeah.
Cambo can be his own genre.
Yeah, no, the CamBoh genre, that's far. So I would say, rap, hip hop, that's my main. I try to keep it like, in today's music, you gotta change with the times. So I try to keep it up and movement, fast beats, but good melodies. But always just looking for good. Like Before I Wake was a lot different than a lot of the songs I've made in the past. Like I usually am hitting like a rap to melody flow, but anything that sounds good, obviously. I also love along with that, I love just, I would consider myself a producer too, because I love hearing how good other people are at singing, and then realizing what they could do on a track, especially if they don't realize it themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like for
Right.
people who aren't, whether they're not confident, or they maybe don't have the best practice with it yet, so they like haven't completely heard what they could do with it, or like it's really a confidence thing. A lot of people are just they got it as long as they project, as long as they put it out there. But a lot of people are afraid to do that, and it's hard. I
I
believe
think
that.
people are afraid to be made fun of, or they're afraid of sounding bad, or
Right.
this and that. And but you know what? Even the greatest have what could be categorized as bad music. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it was real to you. Who cares? Just put it out there. You don't know what's gonna take. You don't know what's gonna be successful. But that's good that you kind of empower people like that. Some kind of up and coming musicians. You kind of help them find their sound and figure themselves
Right.
out a little bit.
Yeah, and that I think that should be definitely a music kind of community standard.
Seeing your music, it's kind of you'd think it'd be on the darker side, but you're actually like kind of like an optimistic guy. You're a pretty bright guy. You're a pretty hopeful person, man.
I definitely want to put that. That's definitely and as far as meaning in my music, definitely just to be happy, to be ready to have a good time, be ready to meet different people, accept them for who they are, have definitely be open for confrontation, but in a respectful way. But I was just ready to have spread love, spread joy, because that's at the end of the day.
Wow, man.
We all just want to be.
That's definitely not a
feeling
message
good.
that most MCs are spreading. You know what I mean? That's like, usually, I mean, we grew up with it too. I'm gonna shoot you, or we're gonna kill you. We're gonna rob you. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool that you're actually like, man, like, hopeful. You're rapping, but it's hopeful. It's cool, but you're kind of infusing that with like positivity, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and definitely some comedic relief. That's definitely. I feel like a lot of rappers. I mean, some do it well.
Yeah,
definitely.
like Lil Dicky.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like a funny guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think comedic that we need more of that. Definitely just because like you said, just a lot of violence, a lot of like drug use and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
think it was more comedic relief and some more love. Wouldn't hurt the game.
No,
But,
it wouldn't hurt the game, man. That's
yeah.
how, man. You and your brother are doing something mad interesting, and I think that's really cool, and that's
Yeah.
why I wanted to have you guys on the show.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man, we made it for DMV artists, as a way to help them, kind of get themselves a little bit more exposure. Because I'm a DMV artist myself, and I was like, more of an actor and a writer.
Sure,
But
nice.
still, I was like, I want to make stuff for everybody.
Mhm.
So when did you make the transition from acting to music? Like, when were you like, you know what, I want to do music. That's my thing.
Right. So I had done so I did the play in 7th and 8th grade. I had done sports throughout high school, and actually my senior year I did Footloose in my Gonzaga play. I'd been a dancer in it.
Wait, hold on, you went to Gonzaga?
Yeah, I went to
I thought
Gonzaga.
you went to Good Counsel.
No, Willie went to Good Counsel. I went to
If you
Gonzaga.
guys don't know, because if you're from the West Coast or something, these are very prominent, affluent Catholic schools.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
In the DMV.
in the DMV, in the Washington D.C.
Rivals.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're rivals too. I always, for some reason, man, I thought you went to Good Counsel, but I guess you went to Gonzaga.
Yep.
Okay, but I know that's a commute, right? Because we're from Maryland, so that's like what, like 45 minutes? Right?
Correct. It's like, yeah, if you're booking, you can. I've definitely made it there in 45 with some people. But if you're, the average Joe, it's probably an hour 10.
Yeesh.
With traffic, it can be, it could be hour 30. It could be bad. But
So now you're not going to school in D.C. You're playing shows in D.C.
Correct,
How
yeah.
about that? Look how it flips around. for
yeah,
you.
no, just keep it going,
There
man.
you
The
go.
DMV, you got to spread it all around.
That's right.
Let everyone know,
Yeah, he was going to high school in D.C. Now he's playing shows in D.C.
Yeah, no, it's definitely awesome going to Gonzaga, meeting a lot of different people.
A lot of women.
Actually, it was an all-guys school.
Oh, was it?
That's hilarious.
Was it really?
That's hilarious.
I thought it was
Let's go.
going.
I'm actually repping
Well,
that.
because Good Counsel's man, I can't keep up. I was a public school kid.
Yeah, no.
As you could.
That's an honest mistake. No, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So it was an all-guys school, in DC. Hung out with a lot of girls. Obviously, had a sister school.
They have a sister. Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, no, we a lot of sports, a lot of different types of people from the DMV, different guys. It was awesome though. It was a great experience. But there were a lot of definitely talented people who did singing, acting, different musicians, and so it was really cool. I got to meet a lot of people there. My boy Dre Waves, we had met there. We'd played.
That's another music guy, right?
Correct. Yeah. He's from DC.
Shout out to Dre Waves.
Shout out Dre Waves. And I was actually over his house a couple days ago.
What up, Dre Waves?
Had a few good nights, but no, it's awesome. Yeah, making music with him. Still making music with him 4 years out of college. Trying to get it. And a few other people, Cardboard Box. So it was an awesome experience, and it was definitely cool to meet a variety of different people. But I'm from Olney, and Good Counsel's right next to me. So it was cool being able to meet and still know people like Willie. And
shout out to Willie,
Shout out Willie.
WLLY. He was on the first episode of the Oh No Not Nino show. He's a good friend of both of ours.
Yeah, so it was cool. Yeah, no, it was cool getting to expand a little and meet a lot of different people, different artists.
What's your favorite part about being a DMV artist?
Let's see here. There are just so many. I mean, I think, everyone, like, in terms of the industry, kind of has to put a label on and kind of just an image on certain areas in order to just kind of, like, be able to talk. It just makes it easier for the industry
Because we
and
have quite
everyone
a
to
few
talk.
that came out of here.
Absolutely, yeah. And there is kind of a sound, that people say, but I would even say, there's so many different types of talent in the DMV and different sounds and different just like really good artists, people who actually like know how to play instruments, know how to play, from beat pads, just kill it on the drums, the finger drums. So it is really cool to see. And people are getting it on social media. I see it, in DMV, different blogs and stuff,
Let me ask you one thing. Being a DMV rapper, like a serious DMV rapper, because I would put you in that category. Because there's people who make music. Like, I make music, but I don't know if that's like my thing. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Just like a fun thing. But I would say you and your brother and Willie, you guys are like on the serious side. So I know that some parts of DMV rap culture can get a little violent or a little crazy. You ever experience anything like that? You ever experience like some people talking trash or problems with other MCs or anything like that? Because it can get a little crazy around here.
Yeah, I mean, some of the so some showcases are, can get a little just fluky. Not, I won't say violent, but some people, showcases, that's something that is in all different types of cities and stuff. I've done a couple in LA, a few in DMV. Showcases are kind of, someone will get together a group of, underground artists in the area, 8 to 10 maybe, and put on a show, have their friends and have them sell tickets. And some people are doing it well, absolutely. I'll give it out to people, but I would say more of those people are in LA and places like, LA, New York. I was watching Willie's interview and we were talking just like, the opportunity. I think part of the opportunity. Yeah, correct.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Check
yeah.
it out. Oh, thanks,
yeah, so
man.
I was saying that with Willie is like, I actually kind of got off track. I forgot. But
Well, different showcases.
the
You see different
showcases, correct. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So some people are doing it right, and others are kind of scheming artists, and just kind of, using them in order to sell tickets, and then from that, not giving them the due time, and I have dealt with it kind of personally.
They might use CamBoh's platform or they use Willie's platform and his followers.
Sure, yeah. Let's say you sell the most tickets out of the showcase, and you have, that's money that's going into the person, and let's say the rest of the 7 artists only sold 5 tickets each, and then you get put at let's say you wanted to go first, or you had a plan to go first, and then a certain guy knows a certain guy, so he's boys with the guy, so then he gets pushed in front. Something like that. I've seen it from other artists, and it's like hard to see. It's, it is, because I feel like I could do, if I were in the position, I would not do someone like that. It's almost hard to see people kind of.
Yeah, you seem like a stand-up dude.
I'm not trying to, F anyone over just for for my own gain, especially for someone trying to get it in the DMV, an artist, doing his thing, trying to make shows, trying to get people to come out, so.
Man, there's a lot of weasels, man. And when I used to take music a lot more serious when I was younger, like late teens, I was in a couple groups. I remember there was a lot of people, you just can't trust them. They pretend to be your friend, but
yeah.
they're actually, they're not trustworthy people. But even with acting, I've been to some gigs where I'm like, this feels weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
This
can
feels
tell.
Weird, or yeah,
You can
can
tell.
It's all energy, man.
Yep.
It's all auras, and they come off people. And
Yeah, and you'll get that gut feeling and just want to go away.
you meet some people, you're like, man, I'm not getting paid. I'm working 12 hours here, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You gotta make a decision.
There's some weasels out there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, everyone's always trying to get something. It's because, I guess things are tough financially right now, so people are always trying to make a buck.
Yeah.
Let's make a buck off Cambo. Let's make a buck off
Yeah.
Nino. He's a good actor. We're not going to pay him, though.
Yeah.
That's
hilarious.
Yeah. So, okay. All right, so...
Other than that, though, it's good. The DMV, it's all, I think it's all in the uprise.
There's awesome people everywhere. There's scam artists everywhere.
Exactly.
Yes, overall, there's a lot of opportunity here.
Yeah.
You have people coming from all over the world to the DMV, and what's so great about the DMV, is you got Philly not far.
Mm-hmm.
I went up to Philly for something. You got Northern Virginia's good, right? You got DC. You got Baltimore. I mean, to be in the DMV, yes, you have an opportunity to definitely break into any industry. And the good thing about here is, if you go to LA or New York, you're going up against a ton of competition in all the arts.
Definitely.
Here, not so much.
Yeah, not as saturated.
Much. There you go, not as saturated. So you can kind of stand out, pop out.
For sure.
Get the attention of somebody in another city.
Yeah, and also kind of be part of the creation of,
Absolutely.
a different sound from that area and
Absolutely.
stuff like that.
150%, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
What do you do when you're not making music? Let's not be all business, even though you and your brother, man, and Willie, you guys hustle.
Yeah.
But let's talk fun.
Cool.
What do you like to do for fun, man? All right, you're not making music. You give yourself a break. You give yourself a day off. What the hell are you doing, man?
Yeah, you already know I'm hitting that Madden Ultimate Team.
He's hitting that Madden.
Let's get it. Nah. So
Do you actually play a lot of Madden?
I'm a big video gamer. I'd consider myself top 1,000, 2,000 Madden 20 players in the world, but that's just me. That's just me talking. Shit, yeah, no. But anyone could get
Who's your
my
team?
tag after this. So Ultimate Team, I don't know if you ever played Ultimate Team on FIFA or something, but
so you make your own.
you make your own team. Yeah, you get different cards. But right now, I picked up the Bo Jackson 95 card, and he's doing me well. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, but yeah, no. So a lot of video games in my spare time, just because I like chilling. I like give myself some relief.
Now, you mentioned you had a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to shout out to her?
Absolutely. Shout out Maddie.
Shout out Maddie.
Maddie Reams.
Maddie Reams.
Maddie Reams.
Shout out to Maddie Reams.
The coolest fourth grade teacher around.
Is she a fourth grade teacher?
Yeah,
oh, that's dope,
first
man.
year she's getting it.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Is she gonna watch this?
Probably.
She's gonna watch
definitely.
this.
Yeah.
I'll
make her.
Yeah,
I'll make her.
Her man's on it.
Yeah.
Come on.
No,
watch
for
the show.
sure. She'll watch it.
Right.
I'll make her if not.
But does she let you play Madden though? Like, is she cool about it or?
This is
We could change the subject if you'd like.
This is a hard. This is an ongoing discussion, but it's a good one. No, yeah, she lets me play. She's awesome about it.
By the way, at any point, if you like, you could be like, "Shut up, Dino."
Yeah.
It's the no, not Nino shit. You can be quiet, Dino.
Shut up, Nino.
It's okay.
No, Nino. But no, it's good. She's really cool. She's awesome about it. We're always chilling. And she actually so good for me and good for her. She just got the Nintendo Switch.
Oh yes.
For Christmas, so
wonderful.
We're already rocking the Super Mario Party and
hell yeah,
Super Mario Odyssey. So,
okay, all right. Now you just got to get the Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart. Exactly.
You got to get Mario Kart. You're ready to go.
That's the next one.
Oh, she just got the Switch. That's dope, man.
Yeah, so we're
yeah, man. That's all. Yeah, Nintendo's always good for like those 2-player games.
Exactly.
Like when you have someone over.
Co-op. Yeah. Also, I guess the Nintendo Switch has a little Wii action.
They got a little wheels you can race with. And,
yeah.
But that's cool. That's good. Good night with the lady, man.
Mm-hmm.
The Switch makes for a good night.
Exactly.
There you
go. Good night. Yeah.
So
switch it up.
Switch it up. Shout out to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Shout out to dude. This guy's awesome. If you skipped ahead, I'm with funny as hell. CamBoh, man. This guy's cool, man. I could probably kick it for a few hours with this guy.
Yeah,
but he's an up and coming artist. Before I Wake, go check him out on all platforms: Spotify, YouTube. The video is really cool for Before I Wake. But we're here with him talking about his music and his art and what he likes to do. So what's the plan for you, CamBoh? I mean, 5 years. What would you? I asked your brother this. What would you like to happen? What would you really like to happen in your career? What would you like to see for yourself if you could get it all, man? Genie in a bottle, everything came true. What would it be?
Right. Oh, genie in a bottle. That's a good question. Definitely I want to continue making the best music possible. And, I think Russ is a great example of just someone who kind of got it just authentically. And just kind of his grind showed, shine through all the hate. Or anyone that told him that he couldn't get it.
Sometimes it takes like so many years, right?
Right.
Like some people get it in 6 months. Some people get it in 10, 15 years.
Yeah. He said 10 years.
He said, I don't care. I'm doing it.
11 albums, something like that.
Force feed them.
Right. I'm going to get it to them until they know.
How's it taste?
And if you don't know yet, well, here's the next. Yeah, if you don't know yet, you got to know now. But, continue working hard. Continue making good music. I definitely want to put out some better and more often content, and definitely I want to do, if you watch my first video, check it out, Before I Wake, CamBoh. I thought it was a good direction in terms of the type of cinematography and videography that we want to achieve and we want to go after. Willie and I and our team trying to get after it and trying to make our stamp and our footprint in the game in terms of music.
But something tells me though that Before I Wake is not your favorite song that you've done.
Oh yeah, no.
What is your favorite song of yours that you've done?
So, that's a good one. What is my favorite song I've done? So I would have to say Chasing Chicken is up there.
Chasing Chicken.
Let's get this chicken. If you don't know me, I'm all about getting the chicken. Let's get this pork.
Now, do you actually like poultry products? Or
I do.
okay.
I do, but
I didn't know if that was a euphemism or not.
Yeah, no. I do enjoy my chicken, and I could do some pork.
Hey, you got some lean protein.
There you are.
He's not one of these fat MCs. Look at this guy's in shape. All right, he's got a girlfriend. This guy keeps himself lean. This guy keeps himself looking good. Well, you got to have energy.
Yeah, we're trying to get the backflip. I've been able to do it before. I'm trying to get the backflip completely down though in 2020. Like a perfect backflip.
Yeah, you're also a dancer too. You sound like an active guy.
Yeah, so
and
your
brother played sports too.
Oh yeah, no, we were always.
So, guys, start
balling
eating
up
chicken.
throughout
You
the.
want to look like this guy? Start eating some chicken. Look at this guy.
Chase the chicken.
Look, he's got that cool hair going on.
Let's get the pork. Just get after it. And,
I don't like pork.
You know, it's
pork
not for
guy.
everyone.
I'm not. I don't know. I'm not Muslim.
Yeah.
I grew up Catholic.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? But I'm not a huge pork guy.
Okay.
For some reason.
No ribs.
See, I will do some ribs.
It's tough. It's tough to turn some ribs.
But bro, beef. All right, man. That's awesome. Yeah. I could definitely do. I could definitely do some ribs. But yeah, they got a lot of good food around here, man. In the DMV, that's for sure. What are some of your favorite hot spots? Like say you're taking the girl out, man.
Yep, that's a good. It's a good question. Let me think here. This ramen place I recently went to. I think it's in Rockville. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm always just like not looking when we're driving, so I have no idea where we go. But this place called Jinya. It's a ramen, like a ramen bar.
Is that in the town center?
I believe so.
Okay, like by the movie theaters and all that.
I'm not exactly sure because, like I said, I'm a terrible passenger. I pass out. That's one of my skills.
Does she pick
actually.
most of the time?
We usually agree on it. She makes me pick, and then I make her pick, and we go back and forth. But then we agree on something. So
is she creative like you, or is she more of like the more reserved kind of on the serious side?
She's reserved. She's definitely has some good creativity though, bubbling in her veins. So she's a teacher. She does a lot of you walk into her classroom. There's as far as creativity in there's a lot, like as much you can do as a teacher, like with the walls and everything, so it's cool.
Let me ask you this: when you get enough tracks together, when you get enough tracks together, you're gonna put them, I assume, on a mixtape or an album, or you have a title for that?
So actually, I am working on a couple mixtapes right now, kind of some collab mixtapes. I was talking earlier and I said we have this one hard drive with probably 300 plus of our songs. Within that, we could probably break that down into a good 10 to 20 that we think are ready to record. And that's with me and Willie. And then as far as my brother, the Bo Bros mixtape is on its way in 2020. So get ready for that. That's going to be lit.
What's it going to be called?
The Bo Bros.
Oh, the Bo Bros.
Yeah, me and Ben Bo, the official Bo Bros mixtape. That'll be featuring a lot of Johnny Juice beats. I'm also going to be coming out.
Shout out to Johnny Juice.
Shout out Johnny Juice.
DMV. Shout out to Johnny Juice.
Yep. Johnny's out in LA again.
Shout out to City Best Sounds, my friend Austin Hall. Shout out to City Best Sounds,
yes, sir.
Austin Hall.
He did a lot of Ben Bo's recording.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. I've known him for a long time.
Yeah, Austin's a good guy. I like going over there
long
too.
Time.
He's got a great setup over there.
He's got a nice setup.
So
that's nice.
Yeah, no, shout out everyone getting it.
Shout out to everybody doing their thing.
In the Olney area, we got a lot of good.
Shout out to Nino.
Yeah, hey, shout out Nino. Let's go. This is my first time.
He's an actor. He makes books.
This setup, I like it a lot.
It's easy.
Yeah?
This is like
it's easy.
This is as simple as it gets.
I like it though.
You know what I mean?
It's all about the simplicity.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Is what I mean. Well, that's the thing is I'm not doing anything that complicated. So I feel like it's good enough for the Oh No Not Nino show.
Yeah, I mean the workflow, and you're in it. So
exactly, man.
That's really what it's
about. But it's
about.
like my bedroom too. So I wake up and then I can create. I cannot,
Yeah, you cannot. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, no, you can.
I game too, man.
You can get after it. Oh yeah.
I'm a gamer.
What's your go-to game?
Oh man, I love them all. But right now it's that Modern Warfare.
Oh yeah, the new one.
Whew.
Nice.
Man, that's a good time.
Yeah, no, that's fun. I was playing with my buddies. That and Battlefield 5. I was doing that for a little while.
Yeah.
And then Madden's just been.
Where do you get most of your inspiration from? Would you say, like, for music? Like, is it from stuff you see? Is it more your feelings? You more of an observational guy? Where do you get it from? Where do you pull it from, or do the words just come to you because you just have that?
I think a lot. I definitely enjoy, my own thoughts and just my own imagination going.
So you're not afraid of your own mind.
Definitely,
a lot of people are.
That's a strong point. A lot of people are, and I don't think I am. I definitely am an explorer of my own mind as well as the world, and I'm very open to, the universe, the different ideas.
Why do you think people are so afraid of their thoughts? And why are you not? 2 questions. Why are people so afraid of their thoughts, and why are you not afraid of yours?
All right, so the first one, why are people afraid? Let's think about that,
Because as artists, we're not.
Yeah.
But why do we think people are? I don't know.
I guess artists you could be, you can't be, but in your music you almost don't want to. I guess I don't know either way. But why are people? I would say people are because I mean there's different layers to it. Obviously, um, you could be the type of person to always kind of blame stuff on other things, never kind of take it as life just happens, and so someone said 90% of life is like how you deal with stuff. 10% of like is what actually happens. So I think a lot of it is mentality and mindset. This day and age, I would say that idea has kind of been shied away from. I mean, there are people with like serious problems that like need help. I think in terms of depression, anxiety, and all that. You know, and I think everyone does deal with certain problems, and we all go through it. So it's definitely important to realize that and kind of put that stigmatism down. But in terms of on the day to day, people just complaining, not having just that ground to kind of just understand that life is, you got to take life for what it is, for what happens, and we create our own meaning as people. And if you understand that, and Gary Vee says it, if you like stop feeling sorry for yourself, it'll give you the power to then manifest in yourself that like you do have the power and you do have control, but then you stop worrying about stuff that's out of your control. And that's a powerful thing that you can do, in order to, I think that then goes into the next question. I think that helps me. Gary Vee is a good person to listen to. He also says, put positivity in your mind. If you wake up and you're being fed negativity, that's what you're gonna feel for the rest of the day. That's the energy you're feeding off of. So surround your ears, your thoughts, where you want to put your dreams into something positive, and like what's something you actually want to do that you think is important for the human race, yourself, others around you, your loved ones. And that, I think that driving force could actually change your life if you actually implement that and try and make that a thing that you think about with whatever you do. So
Absolutely profound. So he's not just funny. He's not just a musician. That was poetic, man. And you're talking about some real stuff, and obviously you're a very intelligent person. You can hear that. But I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's a lot of what we're being fed, and we take it in, and that's what we just accept. But we're gonna call you Cambo, king of the confronting inner demons. Man. That was profound, man.
Yeah,
obviously you're a smart guy who is probably deep in thought most of the time, I imagine. Correct?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, always thinking, but I like to have a good time as well. So I think my music is kind of that right there, just my mind playing in between having fun and those serious thoughts, as well as just the fun thoughts, as well as like I think the serious thoughts as far as the universe and everything else, and life, the meaning of life, stuff like that can also be fun, can also be, enjoyable, and help and bring you to the next, your next idea, your next adventure can bring you along.
Wow. Oh man, honestly, I think after the rap game is said and done, bro, after it's over, all right, and the shells hit the floor and you're all done, you should write like a self-help book.
Hey,
That's what
that's in the back of that's in the back pocket.
Here's what I'm picturing for you. You do it, you hit it, you do your thing, you make a lot of music. I'm sensing a lot of music is on the way from you. But after all that, man, when you're like in your 50s or something, like just write like a self-help book. That's what I think you got to do.
That's a great idea.
Yes, why not?
Start Obviously, throwing down ideas.
Well, you know what? You seem to have a good understanding of life and people and all that. So that's really cool, man. I respect it. I like how smart you are.
Appreciate it.
Okay, guys, if you skip this far ahead, again, I don't know what's the matter with you. We're like 45 minutes in. I don't know what's going on. But we're talking with CamBoh, CamBoh. He's a musician in the DMV, and he is the man behind Before I Wake, Chase That Chicken, Chasing Chicken. Before I Wake, available on all platforms, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. And his brother Benboh was on another episode, BenBoh. These guys are moving up, man. They're not playing around. They're serious, and they got a lot of music. They got a lot of content out there. You're listening to the same people, or you're looking at a guy who's got one song out. This guy's got like so much music out. He's produced a lot of music as well. Very cool, man. Thank you so much for being on the show. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people or anything?
I would like to say, shout out Nino. This was awesome. I appreciate having me. Like I said earlier, DMV, everyone, I respect everyone getting it. And, there's a lot of talent here, so we got to keep going. We got to keep pushing ourselves. We got to be the light that shines the DMV through to, the potential. And shout out Willie for coming out here, filming this. And
Suspect 301.
Suspect 301. Shout out 301 boys. Shout out Drake Waves, Benbow. We out here, Cambo.
Guys, as usual, we're going to have links to all of his stuff in the description. But again, really for me, probably my favorite of yours, I think, is Before I Wake. That was really good. Well done, sir. But we're going to have links to everything in the description. Again, go check him out. All right. Thank you, guys. Oh, no, not Nino with Cambo. Appreciate it.
Peace.